With the municipal election on November 2nd, Newton News continues its candidate profiles to help inform voters of where each challenge candidate stands on certain issues. This week, we have Ward 1, Ward Councilor incumbent Maria Greenberg, who is seeking re-election, and against newcomer Kevin Riffe.
Some say being a city councilor is like leading a family. Others say it's like being a teacher. But for Ward 1 Councilor Maria Greenberg, she uses a very, very different analogy. One of a cardiac stenographer.
I find many similarities with my personal life, professional life, and my city work. In the hospital, I take care of patients. I collaborate with cardiologists. We come up with a diagnosis for the patient to have the best outcome for a patient. It's very similar to my work on the City Council.
Councilor Greenberg has lived in Newton since 1992 and has been a part of Newnan since 1999. This will be her third term as City Councilor. She says that her strongest asset as a ward councilor is building coalitions, not just in Newnan, but in Newton Corner as well.
One of the most proud accomplishments that I've had as a ward councilor is building coalition between different neighborhood groups within my ward. Ward 1 is divided by the Mass Pike, so I've worked very hard to make the connection between Newton Corner and Newnan. I've worked with various neighborhood groups such as the Newnan Neighborhood Association, the Jackson Homestead Neighborhood Association, the Honeywell Hill Task Force, and the Newton Corner Neighborhood Association. Together, we form a stronger coalition and voice when facing issues with City Hall. I've worked with them, I've worked with the city departments so that we can get issues here in Ward 1 solved.
Newnan is home to many Italian Americans who take pride in their identity. The colors of red, green, and white are painted everywhere, from signposts, sidewalks, and even the streets themselves. When Newton decided to turn Columbus Day into Indigenous Peoples Day, many in Ward 1 were upset and outraged, as this was part of their identity. But Greenberg says that there is an easy fix, implementing a day celebrating Italian heritage in Newton.
They're pretty upset about the situation, so they want to think about it more and wait a year to wait till things settled out. And hopefully they will come around and work with me on having maybe a day of Italian pride. We could have a festival, we could have music to support and celebrate Italian Americans here in our city and then across the country.
Newton is also dealing with high levels of traffic congestion as more people are using their cars. Greenberg wants to make sure that those in Ward 1 are using the sidewalks and streets to their advantage by supporting more bike lanes and propping up more small businesses to get people out of their cars and onto the streets.
I believe the best way to address traffic congestion and speeding in our city is to get people off the roads. The more people that we can get off the roads and on bikes and walking and on public transportation will help our climate crisis and help our congestion in our city. So I'm working on many initiatives through the Climate Action Plan and with housing to make sure we have density around transit and to make sure that our bike lanes are improved and safe for bicyclists.
Ward 1 is known for its beautiful parks and fields. From Pellegrini Park with its wide open field to the quiet and compact Coletti Magni Park, Greenberg says that there must be a renewal in these recreational spots and aims to make that a priority if re-elected.
For example, here at Pellegrini Park, we're working hard to refurbish the field house and to restore the murals on the building. They're very important to the neighborhood and we're working to get that done.
I'm outside at Kennewick Park in Newton, Massachusetts, this being part of Newton's first ward, Newton Corner. As you can see, it's so beautiful, lush and green, you can walk your dog or spend your spring, summer, autumn days there. Now, Maria Greenberg, as city councilor, has said that she wanted to focus on renewing green spaces and making them more accessible to the public. And she's trying to do that and make that as a campaign issue in this upcoming election. Maria Greenberg sure has a green thumb. For Newton News, I'm Adam Bass in Newton's Corner.